question. Let me just say this first. I know your heart is full right now. Ang haba-haba na ng pinagdaanan ng Tracy. I've witnessed you from the very beginning in Cebu, here in Manila. Bumagsak ka sa stage ng Miss World Philippines Finals, pero bumangon ka. You really moved something to us. And my question for you is this. What are you most grateful for? Outside of your mom, of course, because she is at the heart of your advocacy, but what are you most grateful for at this point, Tracy?
At this point, I'm just grateful that my dreams, I see that my dreams are finally becoming a reality. I've worked so hard for everything that I have now. And again, I will always be grateful to every single person I met in this journey. I know that I have my family and my friends back in Cebu, back in Bayugan, who are always supporting me even from afar. But throughout my pageant journey, it's been 3 years in Cebu. I've tried 3 times in Cebu as well before I could finally represent Cebu in the national stage, because I always believed and I always wanted to win in Cebu first, so that I would feel that I have the honor to finally wear the Cebu City sash. And even in the national scene, it also took me 3 years, another 3 years for me to finally be your Miss World Philippines. And 6 years in total, I've met so many people, so many advisors, mentors, all these people that are still with me up to this day and never doubted me for one bit. So to all those people, all the learnings, all the experiences, I'm just grateful for all of it, Tito Norman. And to you, Tito Norman, you have always witnessed everything, and up to this day, you've been supporting me. So thank you. To all of you, thank you so much.
Best of luck, Tracy. I love you.
I love you, Tito.
And alam ko, she's one of the most down-to-earth queens that I know.
Thank you, Tito.
Good luck, dear.
Thank you, Tito. I'll do my best.
Hi, Tracy. Nice to meet you in person.
Thanks.
Okay, anyway, aside from the opportunity to represent the country at the Miss World Pageant, what do you look forward to gain as participant in the international competition, and what you can share to your fellow candidates as ambassadors?
Thank you for the question. And it would be my first time flying to Puerto Rico, to the US. I've always been scared of flying, and I'm actually not really looking forward to the 16-hour flight, but I'm still very excited of what's to come, and I'm very excited to meet all the candidates. Back then, just to share a little bit of a backstory, I never really dreamt of being a beauty queen at the time. Even though my mom was a beauty queen during her time, she would always tell me stories, but I wasn't really interested when I was younger, and I kind of regret it to this day. But when I joined my very first pageant in Cebu back in 2016, where I also met Shaila, our Miss Multinational, I immediately fell in love with performing on stage and meeting all these amazing girls, because I'm a kind of person who loves listening to people's stories. That's actually one of my strongest assets. When you tell me something, I would remember it for the rest of my life. And I'd also like to think that that asset of mine, is what I can share to others as well. You know, sometimes in our lives, we have so much noise in our lives, there's so many things going on in our lives. And sometimes all we need is just that one person to listen to you, and I will be that person to them. I know that we all are going through something right now, and I want to be that inspiration to others. I come from humble beginnings. I've come from so many disappointments, so many heartaches in my life, and I'm very proud to say that today I finally made it, I finally achieved something, and I will never forget where I came from, my roots, and bringing that with me to the international stage, to the Miss World competition. I'd like to inspire young girls to also dream. There were so many impossibilities in my life. I was a miracle baby myself. I was always told no, but I persevered because I wanted this for myself. And I will never give up. Even for the Miss World competition, there are so many doubters, we all know that. But I'd like to bring back the faith of the Filipino people to the Miss World organization, because I know that this time we will make it.
Thank you, Tracy.
Anyway, I would like to know your personal take with regards to the return of the
Beach fashion.
Beach beauty.
in the competition. Do you think it will boost your chance in winning the title?
Well, it's one of the fast track events that I really trained hard for back in the Miss World Philippines competition. So I'd like to think that that is also one of my strongest assets, my pasarela and my body figure as well. I've trained so hard for this I started back in 2019, and I'm very happy that I can finally show everyone all the hard work and all the trainings I've had to go through so that I could perform the best performance of my life, not only in Miss World Philippines but also in Puerto Rico. So I'm very happy that the Beach Beauty competition fast track event will be pushing through this year.
Okay, wishing you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming here and for spending your time with me this afternoon.
Salamat.
Salamat, dagang salamat.
Sean.
Good afternoon, Maureen. My name is Kim from the Daily Tribune. I only have one question for you. So what is one Cebuana trait that you are bringing in San Juan, Puerto Rico that you think will inspire the world?
The Cebuana people, and I myself, have always been known to be really faithful. That is actually where the Christianity began. And that is also a family trait that has been passed on from decades and decades. And that is also something that I'm very proud of myself. I'm very faithful not just to God, to my family, to my friends, to the people who believe in me, to my mentors and advisors. But I have faith in humanity. I have faith in hope. I have faith in all the possibilities that can come for us. And I know that right now we're in the middle of so much uncertainties, and I myself have experienced so many things in my life, and I never really gave up. I've always been resilient. I've always believed that there will be a bright future for me. And that is the very reason why I always got back up. I always told myself that no matter what I have to go through, I will be pushing through with everything, because at the very end, I know that it will all be worth it. I know that I have something beautiful to offer to the world, not just as a Cebuana, but as a person, as a normal person. I come from humble beginnings, and I'd like to share that story to the world, that even if you come from nothing, you can always become something if you work hard enough.
Muchas gracias, amiga.
Muchas gracias.
Buena suerte en Puerto Rico.
Okay. Sa pang-institusyon, Amir from Missology.
Hi, Tracy.
Hello! Finally, I meet you in person.
Yeah,
Thank you so
I had
much.
so much fun during our Missology Beauty Talks. By the way, I'm Amir from Missology. I didn't ask this question already, but I just want to know, what is one thing about our country, Philippines, that you would share with the rest of the world?
I believe it's the same qualities that we have. From the way I answered in the past question, we Filipinos have always persevered. And that is something that I'm always going to be proud of, no matter where I go, no matter who I meet. And in the Miss World competition, it's going to be more than 100 candidates and more than 100 cultures that I will be getting accustomed to. And I'd like to share that one beautiful trait of the Filipinos, of a Filipina, a heart that does not give up. Because nowadays, again, we're facing so many things, so many challenges. And I, for one, have never ever stopped believing that I could be something. And I hope that I can be a constant reminder, not just to my co-candidates, but to the young girls out there, to always believe in the power of dreams and to always believe that we have the power to believe in ourselves, we have the power to achieve something.
And for the benefit of the viewers, because this is the most common question, and we're live with Missology, and I just want to know, everyone actually would like to know, what does winning this world title mean to you?
Winning Miss World for me, at this moment in my life, means everything to me. My journey to achieving this dream of mine has never been easy. Even back in Miss World Philippines, I was always told that I could never be Miss World Philippines. And right now that I already have the Miss World Philippines title with me, I'm still faced with so many doubters, and I think that's okay because it's time for me to prove that I can do it, that nothing is impossible, that even if there are so many people who don't believe in me just yet, I have the chance to bring back the faith of the Filipino people to the Miss World organization and to myself and to the Miss World Philippines organization itself. I know that winning Miss World title and the Miss World crown would be a reminder to people that, again, nothing is impossible. I can do it and we will do it. We can make it.
Okay, best of luck, and Mrs. Solji family loves you so much.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to meet you.
Yes, Mrs. Solji will be there for you.
I hope I see you in person.
Why?
Jay Patao, Malaya Business. Hi Tracy. First of all, I wish you all the best on your journey to Puerto Rico. Now, when I've seen your Beauty with a Purpose video, it seems that it's very personal. You add your advocacy because of your mom. You connected it there. So, what else? What story do you, aside from that, do you want to share to the people, especially when you go to the Miss World pageant in Puerto Rico?
Thank you, sir. It will always be connected to my mom. Yes, everything that I am is all about her and for her. And aside from advocating for our solo parents, I've always been an advocate for education and for learning. I myself, when I lost my mom, attaining education has been really hard for me. I would never be able to finish my education without the help of the generous people who really made sure that I could finish my degree. And I personally experienced how hard it was. I didn't have anything to my name. I had zero. I had nothing. I started from nothing. And personally, I knew how challenging it was for other Filipinos as well to even start school and to even have a chance to finish their education. So I really feel for these children and for these people. I'm lucky enough and fortunate enough that I had these people who helped me. But again, it's not the same for a lot of Filipinos out there. And so, given this platform, given the Miss World Philippines platform, aside from fighting for the solo parents, I'd also like to fight for the equal access to quality of education to the children, to all the Filipinos, to all the young children out there, because we all deserve to be educated. It is our right to have our education.
One last remark. From research, I have learned that your mom was once Cebu's 5 prettiest, right? So I wish you to become one of the world's prettiest.
Thank you,
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Hi. Okay, hi Queens. Hi everyone. Pleasant afternoon. Okay, my name is Arch from the Pageant Max. So I have here 2 questions for you. Okay, here's the first one. Okay, what is the distinct characteristic of a Filipino that you would offer to the Miss World organization?
Thank you, Arch.
You're welcome.
Aside from being resilient, aside from always having that smile despite any difficulty that we have to go through and we have to face, it's our drive to really excel at what we do. And all the queens that we have this year have proven time and time again that we Filipinos are excellent, not just speakers, not just in the pageant industry, but all over the world in no matter the career that we want to push through. Filipinos are really known all over the world and we are valued all over the world. Our manpower, our skills, our talents are being recognized all over the world. And I, for one, I also want to be that same Filipina to prove to the world time and time again that we have something beautiful to offer and that we are the best at what we do.
Alright, so very well said for my second question. Okay, so you're welcome. What excites you the most on your Miss World journey?
So many things, actually. Again,
So,
I've
what
never been to the US, I've never been to Puerto Rico, I've never flew that long in my life. So I'm really excited to experience all these new things for myself, and again, it's definitely going to be one for the books. It's something that I will be sharing to my future family. And I for one, I'm very fond of listening to people's stories because I have so many stories to tell myself. I can talk to you all day. And again, I'd like to also have a glimpse of what other people's lives are because that's the only time that we can actually understand and realize what's really going on around the world. If we go out there, if we put ourselves out there, we can learn so many things. And I want to open my eyes more and open my heart more to all the possibilities, all the beautiful things that can happen to me once I step foot in the Miss World competition.
Thank you, Miss Tracy, and hope you win our second Miss World crown.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll get back to you on that. But I have never been really fond of naming my walk because, again, it's not just my walk, it's a collaboration of a lot of people who molded me into having that perfect walk for myself. But if I were to name it today, I'd say Cebuana walk and walk with a purpose. A Cebuana walk with a purpose. Sure.
What has been the most challenging part on your preparation for the
Most challenging part of my preparation. I would be very honest, it's definitely preparing my heart and my mind. I'm always someone who's very emotional, and I would always tell my friends and my team that any physical pain or anything that I experience physically, I'll be okay. No matter the sleepless nights, all the tight schedule, I'll be okay with that. But with the mental stresses and the emotional stresses, that's really the most challenging for me because again, I value every single person who has been a part of my journey. And I'll be honest, it's never easy to represent the whole country. It takes a lot of pressure, it takes a lot of toll on you, but I always remind myself that I worked hard for this, that I chose to be here, that I chose to be here for a purpose. This is something bigger than myself. I'm not only representing myself this time, not even just the organization this time, but all the people who believe in me, all the people who don't have a voice, all the single mothers out there who are yet to be heard. And so that gives me the strength to really persevere, no matter the stresses that I have to go through, mentally, emotionally. I know that I can carry on because I have all of these people with me, and I fight for something. Thank you so much.
The last two questions.
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy. Congratulations in advance from the Crown Philippines. I'm Christian. So Tracy, we know the competitions are physically exhausting, but we also would want to check your current state of mind and how are you boosting your mental stamina days before you go for prep.
Thank you so much, Christian, and to the Crown family. You have always supported me ever since I started with my pageant career. So allow me to thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I also like to thank you for asking about my mental state, my mental health, because not a lot of people would ask about that. And aside from the physical stresses, it's much more important to really have the right mindset and the right state of mind, as you said, because being in a pageant and competing in the international scene, it really is stressful, I have to be honest. And I'm just really thankful that I have the right support system with me. Because when you compete, it's not just about you anymore. I will never be able to carry on, and I will never be able to handle everything alone. I'm always going to be thankful to all the people who remind me that I've worked hard enough, that I am enough. And aside from that, I always really take a time to step back and to drown out the noise, because it can get too much. And I really value my alone time, I really value my time for myself and the time to reflect and the time to pray. I always talk to God and thank Him for every opportunity, because when you're grateful, when you know that you've been given so much blessings, you will be able to carry on despite all the difficulties. And that's what I always do every time I'm stressed.
Thank you, Tracy, and congratulations again in advance for the crown.
Thank you so much to the Crown family. Thank you.
And hello, I'm Jel Lopez from Hey Adam G. So we all know that Beauty with a Purpose is the heart of Miss World. And we already saw earlier that you advocate the most about single parent support. So here's my question. What particular issue in our country affecting single parents would you like to highlight in your BWAP? And how would you suggest or advise our government to do something about that particular issue, please?
Thank you so much, Jella, and thank you so much, Adam. I wish you could be here today. For my Beauty with a Purpose, again, it's all about the solo parents. And I want to highlight giving them the chance and the opportunity to earn a living for their family. It's all about sustainable livelihood, especially during these times where a lot of solo parents have lost their jobs. And what we do in Cordova, Cebu is actually to train the solo parents with IT skills, BPO skills, and computer skills, because a lot of those mothers don't even know the basic computer skills. And during this age, all the innovation, all the technology that we have, there are so many opportunities out there already. It's just that they don't have the right skill set yet to match all these opportunities. And that's where we come in. Right now, we are partnered with private organizations, and I would really like to put it out there and to ask our leaders, our government, to also support our program, because if both the public and the private organizations can work hand in hand, definitely we can help not just the solo parents in my community in Cordova, but also the solo parents in the whole country and hopefully in the whole world.
Thank you so much and congratulations in advance. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Jella.